evening, I'm Laura Yamada. Paula Akana has the night off. Well, people on both sides of the civil unions issue will spend the entire holiday weekend on pins and needles. State lawmakers are backing away from a special session, and no one's quite sure what the governor will do next. KITV4's Catherine Cruz joining us with reaction to a pretty unexpected development. Catherine.
Well, Laura, hot button is what we're talking about. The issue of civil unions was a cliffhanger that surfaced and passed on the last day of the session. It was a stunning development. And now this.
Rights now for everybody, equality.
Proponents of civil unions have been stepping up their visibility as the days dwindle down to the governor's veto deadline.
What do we want?
Equality!
Their march through Chinatown's First Friday event sparked an impromptu exchange by those on both sides of the issue.
What do we want?
No!
What do we want?
No!
But clearly, both sides were taken aback by the news. There would be no veto override by the legislature this year. Supporters of the measure were astonished to hear the news and were trying to sort out the implications.
Really, we're just hopeful.
And that's how opponents were looking at it, too.
It's sort of a pleasant surprise because that sort of removes one option for the bill passing, although we were told that the votes weren't there for an override anyway. And so it just relieves one concern that we had.
The governor could let the bill become law without her signature, but if she vetoes it without a special session, the proponents' victory getting the measure past lawmakers would be short-lived.
If she does veto it and there's no override, then we continue fighting. It would not be the end of people's efforts. This is our lives we're talking about, and you fight for your lives, and that's what we're doing.
Church groups are planning a day of prayer at the Aloha Stadium tomorrow. One issue they'll be praying about, a decision on civil unions that goes their way.
And if it doesn't?
I know people have talked about possibly a lawsuit because of some of the flaws in the bill, but we haven't planned any action.
Both sides had been planning to rally at the state capitol Tuesday morning, leading up to what they thought would be a noontime veto session.
It will be interesting to see how this plays out on Tuesday. No one is quite sure of the timing of the governor's decision, so it could be an uncomfortable few hours in the Capitol Rotunda. Catherine Cruz, KITV4 News.